In this video, I'm gonna show you how I like to EQ and compress overheads. We're gonna start off with hats.
I'm gonna start off with cutting off some of the lows with a high-pass filter around 250 and around 12K. And then I'm gonna give it a boost around 8K for some shine. Remove some of the boxiness in the higher and lower mid-range. And getting rid of some lows. We don't need those in hats, minus 6 dBs. I like to apply a little bit of compression with a very fast attack and 2 ratio to my hats. It makes them sound a little smoother.
Before and after. Moving forward, mixing in the ride.
We're gonna do something very similar to what we did to the hats, cutting with a low pass filter around 115 and give it a boost at 8K, removing some of the boxiness in the lower mid range, and killing a little bit of the lows at 200 minus 6 dBs.
Before and after. We can get started doing overheads now.
I keep it very simple when it comes to overheads. I give it a nice boost at 8K, 9 dBs for extra shine. And then I'm just gonna give it some bottom end that's gonna help reinforcing the center and the kick in general. And adjusting gain.
Before and after. What I like to do now is send in hats, ride, and overheads to a bus and further processing. With overheads, in my opinion, we have 2 options. Either we're going to use a de-esser to remove some harshness in the higher mid-range, or we're going to do it with EQ. So now I rather always try first doing a few EQ moves in order to get rid of harshness rather than using a de-esser. This is because we can just preserve the clarity. The reason why we want to remove extra harshness from the overheads is that later on in the mix or even in mastering, we will be boosting up the higher mid-range, and we really don't want to find those nasty frequencies in our mix, because then it's going to be really, really hard to get rid of those.
I'm going to remove a little bit of sibilance around 9.5K in the highs with the bell, minus 3 dBs. And then I'm just going to go look for another harsh frequency in the higher mid-range, which usually is, in my opinion, on my material, around 4K. And we're going to kill it a little bit, about 3 dBs as well. Last but not the least, there's always a little harsh frequency between 2K and 3K, usually sitting around 2.5K. We're gonna kill it a little bit, 3 dBs.
Before and after. Last but not the least, I like to add a little bit of compression using the LA1176 in order to smoothen out the attack of the entire overheads. I like to start off with a very fast release and fast attack and compressing about 3 to 5 dBs. Here it is before and after compression.